public transport. It's just one of those things. You know, sometimes you just gotta do it. But there is one thing about public transport that grinds my gears, and that's the toilets. You know, you're there on a train, we've all been in the situation, you've drank too much coffee, you've downed that Monster Energy just a couple seconds too quickly, and you're busting. So you waddle on down to the toilet carriage part. Anyway, you get there, it's engaged, always is, always happens. So you sit on one of those little stool things that are there opposite the toilet, you go on your phone, you start checking the time, a couple minutes have passed, you start to get quite desperate. You resort to the old crossing of the legs, you know, the little shake, you know what I mean, the finger crossing, you're trying to distract yourself, scrolling through Instagram, but it's all the stuff you've seen before. 10 minutes have passed, you're wondering what's this guy doing on the toilet. Like, you're tempted to go up and go, excuse me mate, could you hurry up please? You never do though, because you're not confident enough. So you sit there, check your watch, your phone, any form of some device that tells the time every 5 seconds. You're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting, you're waiting. Your penis has swelled up to the size of a small cantaloupe because of the amount of urine that's ready to burst out of it. When finally, when you're on the verge of humiliation by squealing yourself, the man, the culprit, the convict, releases himself from the toilet, and you're left with one conclusion. He's been choking the chicken. You walk inside. You're already nervous of what the man before you has done. He clearly is quite sweaty, quite large, and if he isn't on some kind of sexual offenders register, the government isn't doing their job properly. You go in there. The bowl, the toilet bowl, always down. You think, you go down there to try and lift it. Rookie mistake. Rookie mistake. Your hands grab onto something cold and wet. It's urine. Another man's urine. Some people quite like that. I'm not one of them. You lift up the toilet seat. You're now disgusted. You know, you've got that facial expression of slightly camp horrification written across your face. And you're thinking, ugh. So, you're there. You're peeing in the toilet. Everything's going not too bad. Suddenly, for no apparent reason, the train jolts, shakes, brakes, accelerates, you don't know what. But it's caused you to miss the bowl. You know what you've done? You've peed on your brand new shoes. The look of disappointment is tattooed on your face. And you just think... Anyway, you finish with your wee. You go to the sink. You go and get some soap. Soap. Yep. It doesn't seem to exist in trains, does it? It's either, you know, absolutely nothing, or those small, measly little blobs you get at the end. You know, they're too pathetic to even wash your hands with, really. So you just rinse your hands under the warm tap, hoping whatever bacteria, E. coli, Ebola-based infection that now rids your body can be washed off by warm water. Thank God. You unlock the door, you get out, and you sit down and you just think, that could have been better, couldn't it? But, I'll tell you what, I can't complain. The worst experience I've had on public transport was on a coach to Paris. 15-hour journey. In 15 hours, you're going to need the toilet. So, subsequently, I did need the toilet. It was about French side. I walk on over to the toilet. I don't know if you've ever been in a coach toilet, but they are comically small. There is a sink, a toilet, and then you take up the rest of the room. You think, it's impossible to miss the bowl. You know, the thing's about a 2 metre square area anyway, like, come on. But, somehow... you do. And yeah, actually, it's not somehow, I tell you why you do. Because in my case, you know, the bus driver decided, I'm going to be, you know, the next Jensen Button. The next, you know, big F1 driver. The next Vettel. He decides that I'm going to, you know, floor my bus, you know, bit of, you know, torque steer around this corner, this chicane, and you're leaning on one side. Before you know it, you've hit everything in the toilet with your piss, apart from the bowl. And you're just like, that's just that, isn't it? That is just that. When I become supreme dictator of the world, I will make public transport urination just a better thing. What can I say? Out.